the garden is still standing at this time of the year. We are in December and the garden is still standing, still doing good. The weather has been awesome. It's not too cold, not too hot. As you can see, the garden is looking good. There's a lot going on right now. I could not believe that this is still going on in December. We still have our hibiscus plant still flowering. I will have to harvest all of these today. I'm just doing my last harvest in December. Can you imagine? I have not harvested anything in the garden around this time of the year in December here in Zone 8. The only thing I harvest is my fall. I'll take it back. The only thing I harvest around this time of the year is my fall plants, which are the brassicas and all that. But this year I didn't have any fall garden. Like I told you guys in one of my previous videos that I was not doing a fall garden this year because of things that are happening in my garden, like the creatures that are coming in eating all my plants. So I did not do a fall garden, but I could not imagine in my wildest dream that I will be harvesting still in the garden in December. This year the weather has been gracious to us gardeners around here in Texas in Zone 8, and we're enjoying it. I am enjoying it, I can say. Look at my my habanero peppers are still doing good in December. Around this time of the year I've already harvested everything in the garden, but we're in mid-December and we're still harvesting habanero peppers. Can you imagine that? Like I said, the year has been amazing, bountiful harvest, the ups and downs in the garden, the struggles, but everything else was amazing. We have lost a lot of plants this year because of the heat and also the creatures, and we have lost a lot of food, but we have harvested more than what we have lost, so I can't complain at all. The garden has given me a lot, especially this year has been the year for peppers. Really, we have harvested a lot of peppers in the garden this year, and we are thankful for that. We're thankful that we could provide some food during this summer for the family in the garden. So most of the plants in the garden are flowering and they're producing seeds. As you can see, my jute leaves are producing seeds. So I need to come in here and not right now. I'm just gonna let them dry up a little bit so I can come and pick up my parts for the seed and keep the seeds. The tomatoes are very surprising, really, seriously. Look at that. Even though they have struggled the whole summer season, but it's producing tomatoes at this time of the year in December. I just keep saying that because I'm just amazed that the garden is still standing in mid-December here in Texas. Usually around this time it's really cold. Last year it was really cold, but this year it has been warm winter, and I bet in few weeks, I think I checked the weather, we will have almost 80 degrees one day. I think so. In the weeks to come, we have 70 degrees coming up, 79 degrees to 80 degrees coming up. So like I said, I'm surprised. Look at the tomatoes. The plants were struggling, but now they're producing a lot and a lot of fruits. I'm not sure if these fruits are gonna make it, so I'm about to come in here and just pick out the big ones, the tomatoes, and take them inside, put them in a brown bag so they can ripen indoors. So I'm about to do that, but I will leave the little ones there and see if they can survive till end of December and maybe January. I will see how they're gonna survive, but I am so surprised that these tomatoes are doing amazing. They're loaded. As you can see, the plants are not really that healthy because they've been through a lot, but they're still producing tomatoes. And the tomatoes are delicious around this time of the year. They are so sweet. I cannot tell you how sweet these tomatoes are. You have to try it yourself around this time of the year. And during spring, when you're lucky to harvest tomatoes, they are so delicious, super sweet. Summertime here in Texas, we really struggle with our tomatoes. So I've pulled most of my tomato plants, and I just left these 3 plants here under in the garden, and I was just trying to see if they can still produce more fruits after the heat pass, and they are doing that. The peppers are still getting peppers. You can see all I can say is thank God for his grace and providing this amazing fruit for us in the garden, for me and my family to enjoy, for a bountiful harvest for the whole growing season. We can't thank him enough. But I will share with you all. I will just put all my videos together to share with you all how the garden did from day one all the way to harvesting, and I'll put all my harvesting videos in one too to share with you all and see how my little space in my backyard provided food for us in the garden. I also have some videos where I pick up stuff get groceries from the garden and bring them in the house so we can have lunch. I'll just show you how I utilize all the produce I get from the garden to make lunch for my family. I've shared some videos in my channel how I utilize my harvest to cook lunch or dinner for the family. My moringa tree is doing amazing. It's still standing, like I say, in December. It's a tropical plant, and it can sometimes handle the harsh weather, because I've seen neighbors around, some of my neighbors that have moringa trees, but I think during spring, if it's withstand the harsh weather, during spring I'm gonna have to cut it down a little bit and let it do its thing. But if I lost it during the harsh weather, all I'm gonna do is just plant another one. I'll just plant another seed of moringa, which I'm gonna do anyway. I'm still gonna plant some more because we use the moringa leaves for tea and for smoothies for the family. It is amazing. It's very medicinal and it's good for our body. So I try as much as I can to plant it every year. So I'm about to come in here and harvest all these peppers. Everything that is in the garden, I'm gonna harvest. And like I said, this is gonna be my last harvest for December. This is gonna be my last harvest for this growing season, I can say. I cannot believe that the peppers are still standing. Like I said previously, around this time of the year, everything in the garden have been harvested. I did a big harvest last month for the peppers, but I can't imagine that I'm still harvesting some more peppers around this time of the year. I didn't think that I was gonna come in the garden to find this much harvest, this much peppers and tomatoes to harvest in the garden. So we're gonna be harvesting all the peppers and my moringa leaves and the lemon balm to take inside and dry them all so I can store them. I have a lot of herbs in my pantry and on top of my fridge that are drying for my tea and for culinary purpose too. Herbs are one of the easiest things that you can grow in your garden. If you're starting a garden, I would recommend you to start with growing herbs in pots in your home, in your house, or in your small space, balcony, or in your backyard. If you use herbs a lot while cooking or making tea, I'll really recommend you to start with herbs when you're starting your garden. Or even if you have your garden already, make sure you grow a lot of herbs. They will save you a lot of money. Herbs can be really expensive at the grocery store. So growing herbs in your backyard can save you a lot. It has been amazing this year. Last year the garden struggled a lot. I have not harvested this much like I have this year in the garden. My garden is a small space. It's in my backyard, but it is not as big as I want it. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful with this small space that I have here, that we can harvest a lot of produce, a lot of fruit and vegetables here to provide meal for the family. I can't thank God enough. Like I keep saying, I can't thank God enough, and I can't wait for the next growing season. And it's still not so hot and it's not so cold, so like I said, the plants are still standing. I'm just hoping that I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that I can do this. Look at how tall my moringa tree is. I had to pull it down so I can harvest these leaves. It is so tall. I hope that I'm not going to break this tree. But it is tall. Maybe spring what I'll do is just trim it down a little bit so it can branch out on the sides. I don't know how I can explain it. So it can't go this tall, because I don't think I'll be able to harvest the leaves if they're this tall, because as of now the moringa tree is about 12 feet tall right now. It is 12 feet tall. Look, my lemongrass, everything is looking good. This is what I have harvested. This is what we got from the garden for our last harvest. It is amazing. We have done better than this in the past years, but I cannot, for our last harvest. For our last harvest, we have done better than this. But like I said, it's usually early, maybe early November, in November or maybe in October, that I'll harvest some of my tropical plants like the tomatoes, the peppers and all that, my hibiscus and the bitter tomatoes. But in December, me harvesting this, I cannot imagine me coming in harvesting this amount of fruit, this amount of food in my small space backyard garden around this time of the year in December. I hope you all enjoyed this video. This is what I have for you all. It is surprising for me that when I went in the garden today, I saw this amount of food in the plants, and I couldn't wait to share with you all how the garden is doing in mid-December. I could not believe it myself. Like I said, the garden has never been this good around this time of the year in zone 8 where I am, zone 8B where I am. Is we always do our last harvest around maybe beginning of November till mid-November, but in mid-December, me harvesting this, I could not believe it. But I am so grateful, and I thank you all for stopping by this week to watch this amazing video that I have for you. This is your girl Dixie saying bye till next time.